Welcome to another Super Deluxe Edition unboxing video. This is another Record Store Day special where we're going to take a look at various releases that are coming out on the 12th of June, which is this Saturday. Today we're going to focus on the 1980s. I love music from the 70s, but I was a teenager in the 80s, so 80s music is quite special to me, I have to admit. And we'll start with Howard Jones, the 12-inch album. Now this actually came out on the 8th of December 1984, which happened to be my 15th birthday. And I've got very fond feelings towards this record because it was the first Howard Jones album I bought. I didn't buy Humans Live for some reason, but I bought the 12-inch album. Everyone seemed to have this record. It's an early example. I'm not sure if it's the first example, but certainly an early example of the remix album, which went on to be quite popular. Pet Shop Boys had disco, of course. So this was like a mini greatest hits for Howard Jones at this point in time. So it contained a new version of New Song. I'm going to say remix album. These were really extended versions. They weren't sort of radical reinterpretations. But that's what we like about 80s remixes, isn't it? They're not totally different. But yes, there's a new version of New Song. There's a really good extended mix of Like to Get to Know You Well. The international mix is very good. Pearl in the Shell, which is the last single from the first album. Good, and the artwork's so good, isn't it? I mean, you know, it's very simple, but it works very effectively. Cherry Red are bringing this out because, of course, they've been doing the Howard Jones reissue, so there are some new notes from Glenn Kelly and from Stephen W. Taylor. Best of all, this is a coloured vinyl pressing, sort of translucent red vinyl. So yes, the Cherry Red have been doing the albums, but they haven't done the 12-inch album before, so this is very welcome. I imagine it will become available on black vinyl afterwards, and probably CD, I guess. But yeah, so this is the Record Store Day special edition of the 12-inch album. Next up, Toyah. There's actually a couple of Toyah records today, but this is from Demon. Mesmerized, Rarities and Remixes 85 to 94. So this is material related to the Desire album, which was 87, and also the Take the Leap album of 93, which was an album where there was re-recordings of older material and some new songs as well. So this has got B-sides, it's got remixes, it's got Echo Beach, a remix of Echo Beach. It's got the re-recording of It's a Mystery, which is different to the re-recording which was on the Take the Leap album. It's a different version. So it's quite interesting. Printed in a sleeve, and there we go, it's on a sort of cream coloured ivory vinyl, whatever you want to call that. There's a lot going on with Toyah. She's got a new record coming out, Cherry Red reissues, and as I say, this is Demon putting this out. They must have the rights for this era. Next up, the replacements. So obviously there was the deluxe or the super deluxe edition of Pleased to Meet Me. This is the outtakes and alternates put onto a single vinyl record. This is black vinyl, so you do get this insert, and polyline sleeve, black vinyl. The original album was released in 1987, of course, on Sire Records. So that's the replacements, Pleased to Meet Me. Now then, here's a biggie, Tears for Fears, live at Massey Hall. I'm really pleased this is coming out. I really like the artwork. Just a reminder of the history of this particular recording. Massey Hall is the gig that's seen in the scenes from the Big Chair documentary. And there was a 6-track promo 12-inch that came out. Well, I say it came out, it didn't come out because it was a promo, but it was issued back in the day for promotional purposes. That was the only release until the Songs from the Big Chair box set, which came out in 2014. And there was 4 tracks from Massey Hall on that box set, on the 4th CD, I think it was. Now that version, it had Mother's Talk remix from the multi-track, but the other 3 tracks on that box set were vinyl rips because for some reason, I can't remember, we couldn't find the tapes or something. So this is quite a big deal because it's basically the full gig minus 2 tracks, which I'll explain about in a minute. Newly remixed from the multi-track tapes, approved by the band, blah blah blah. So this is the first almost full commercial release. The two tracks that are missing are Change and Suffer the Children. Some of you might know I've been involved in the Tears for Fears reissue, so I've got the inside track on some of this, but those two songs, the tapes were damaged, so there's literally nothing much you can do. So it's 13 out of the 15 songs. Great artwork, I really like the way that they've done this. Two black vinyl records. They've used the tape boxes for the inner sleeves, which is good. And there's the label design, very much of the era. Great band, of course. This is the songs from the Big Chair tour. So you've got Roland, Kurt, Manny Elias, Ian Stanley, William Gregory, Nicky Holland, Andrew Saunders on guitar. This is really good. This is a sort of must-have, I think, for any fans of Tears for Fears. And the really good thing is that there's a CD version. Can you believe it? Record store day and a CD. It's a real rarity, isn't it? Yeah, so the CD version comes in a jewel case. Nice design. You get a little booklet here with some, you get a few additional images which aren't included in the vinyl, so that's quite good. More tape box pictures. So it's quite good. It's not like too bare bones, and there's the credits there. Listen to this, it sounds good, very good. So yeah, there's only I think there's only 2 CDs in Record Store Day. It's certainly in the UK this year. I've got both of them. I'll show you the other one in a minute. Now, I said there was more Toyah, so this is from Cherry Red because they're in the middle of their reissue campaign. So they've reissued the 4 from Toyah EP. Now this was a 7-inch EP at the time. They've turned it into a 12-inch. So 4 from Toyah, basically, It's a Mystery. That was just the EP that It's a Mystery was a hit from. I think most people just think of it as It's a Mystery, but it was 4 tracks at the time. It's a Mystery would end up on Anthem. So this was 1981. The other tracks never went anywhere. They just, they were kind of exclusive to the EP. But what they've done, Cherry Red, is they've added some demos to the flip side of this to sort of, so they've turned a 4-track EP into an 8-track EP. Or an LP, whatever you want to call it. The 4 tracks at the bottom are on the Blue Meaning reissue, the CD version, but this is the first time they're going to be on vinyl. And it does include the blood donor version of It's a Mystery, which is a really interesting listen, I think. They've redone the artwork as well, because that wasn't the original cover. In fact, it's really nice. I think they've done a good job with this. Lots of great photos of Toyah. And it's on green vinyl. So I like this. This is kind of like a halfway house, isn't it, between the Blue Meaning and Anthem. Now then, Motörhead. This is good. I'm liking this. Picture disc of their collaboration with Girlschool, who are on the same label as Motörhead. And this is brilliant. I love this. Great photo. So they covered Johnny Kidd and the Pirates' Please Don't Touch. That was the collaboration. But then what was quite cool is on the B-side, they did each other's songs. Motörhead do Emergency and Girlschool do Bomber. But yeah, I really like this. This is a 10-inch vinyl EP. What I particularly like is they haven't done that annoying thing that other labels sometimes do, where they put the sticky label over the top, and it's impossible to get the record out without sort of breaking the seal. I find that extremely irritating. So there's none of that here. You can get into the record and you can maintain the sticker on the front. I'll just show you both sides of the vinyl. And side 2, so it's really good. I really like this. They've done a really nice job with the design. So this was released in 1981 originally. And then finally we've got Ultravox. Now I'm really liking this as well. This is a really nice job from Chrysalis actually. Obviously the box set came out last year, and the box set contained an exclusive Steven Wilson stereo mix, which is now available as this standalone product. But what they've done is they've paired it with an instrumental version of the album, which is another Steven Wilson remix. That isn't available anywhere else. The instrumental isn't on the box set, so this is something properly new. And the packaging looks great. They've sort of reversed it, gone for this black look. This is an obi strip here at the front, which slides off if you want. Yeah, so it's a double LP, and even better, it's pressed on very nice clear vinyl. Polyline sleeves, ticks all the boxes. I mean, the box set is brilliant. I'd recommend you get the box set, but if you don't want to, if you just want to get the new Steven Wilson stereo mix, then this is a way to get hold of it. Nice spot varnishing going on. You have to appreciate it when people make the effort. I wish more labels would, to be honest. But I said there was another CD, and here it is. There's a CD version of this as well for Record Store Day. It's nicely packaged, gatefold. CD1 is the stereo mix from Steven Wilson, and then CD2 is the instrumental mix. So there's the disc 2, and there's the stereo mix disc. Now, it's annoying there aren't more CDs on Record Store Day. It's an ongoing debate, you know. People say, well, it's called Record Store Day, you know, CD isn't a record. Well, really? I don't know. I always think a record is a record, and it can be on CD or it can be on vinyl. The thing is, I sort of get generally the idea that, well, no one's going to make any money from a CD, but that Grateful Dead box, which we did yesterday for the 70s preview, that was a 6 LP set, so why isn't anyone doing any exclusive 6 CD box sets for Record Store Day? There's no reason to not do that. This sort of misapprehension that no one cares about CDs, it's not understanding the marketplace, I don't think. Anyway, well done Chrysalis, well done UMC for putting out at least one CD as products. That's very good. So that's Ultravox Vienna. Now, I said finally with Ultravox, I forgot I also had this. This is Polystyrene's debut solo album from 1980, Translucence. If you're not sure who Polystyrene is, she was the lead singer and the founder of X-Ray Specs, the sort of punk band from 78. And this album's quite different from X-Ray Specs. It's a bit more sort of laid back. This is completely new artwork, which I really like. And the album is pressed on clear vinyl, so that's nice as well. So yeah, that one's a bit more of a left field, off the beaten track, but definitely worth checking out. So Translucence finishes our 1980s preview. I hope you've enjoyed a look at some of these releases. Obviously there's a lot more, so check the listing on the Record Store Day website. Tomorrow we'll return with a final look at 1990s and beyond. If you have enjoyed this preview, then why not subscribe to the Super Deluxe Edition YouTube channel for more great physical music unboxed. Keep holding the music in your hands, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.